Hello everyone, today we're going to be looking at King Canada's 5-inch random orbit sander. We're going to unbox it, have a look at it, and then we're going to test it out. Now, this is a fairly basic sander, so let's not pretend it's anything too fancy. It costs about 50 bucks in Canada, pretty much in any store that sells sanders. I'm going to read you some of the things it states on the box. So obviously it's a 5-inch random orbit sander. It's 120 volts, 1.3 amp, 10,000 orbs a minute. It uses hook and loop sandpaper, low vibration palm grip design, efficient dust collection system through the pad. Well, we'll be testing that in a bit. Comes with dust bag, replacement hook and loop pad, and 6 pieces of 5-inch sanding discs. 2 times 80 grit, 2 times 120 grit, and 2 times 180 grit. As you can see, packaging pretty much states everything about it, shows you the accessories. Nothing really too incredible to look at here. So let's go ahead and open it up and see exactly what it's like inside. Yeah, just a bit of cellophane to get through. Not exactly the most fancy packaging, but it is what it is. It's just a basic sander. Assume the dust bag. Disc. The supplied sandpaper. I called it sandpaper. I apologise if it's referred to as something different. And one hand sander. So let's have a look at this. The box totally empty now. This is everything we get. It has a bit of weight to it. I think if you was going to be using it overhead on stuff, which you might, depending on what you're using it for, could be a little awkward to use, but we're going to test that as well. Standard sort of length cord, nothing spectacular. Let's undo that and have a look at it. It's nothing... You're going to need an extension lead, probably, if you were going to do any serious work with it. I would say it's about 2 meters, but probably not long enough if you were, depending how far you are from your power point, shall we say that. Okay, so we do have some instructions with it. Let's have a look at these. How easy is this to set up? Because let's assume we've never used one before. Know your tool. So basically, usual stuff. Know your tool, safety, blah, blah, blah. Operations, turn the tool on, dust collection, maintenance. Okay, so surprisingly, nothing actually on how to put it together if you've never put one together before. That's a little bit poor, to be fair, but never mind. Let's learn today, shall we? Okay, so we'll assume this is your first ever sander, as there are no instructions, and you've perhaps never had any use of power tools before. So let's start. Let's look at the dust bag. So this goes here, this here, and it will connect into this large hole here. It's very simple. It literally just pushes in until you can go no further. And the dust should just collect in there. Fairly straightforward, right? Then we have our sandpaper, or our sanding discs. Okay, if you look on the sander there, you've got holes going round, and you've also got 4 screws. Now, should you need to replace this disc with the spare one they give you, it's fairly straightforward. You just undo each of the 4 screws, pull this one out, put this one in, and then just replace the 4 screws. It's very simple. Anybody can do it. I've even trained the wife. Right. So she never watches these videos. So we've got our sanding disc. We've got our pad. You see the holes? And you see the holes in this. So you put the pail side to match up, to line up with the holes on the disc sander. Fairly straightforward. Voila. They're a little off. For some reason, it seems a lot more difficult when you're trying to do it on camera. Bit better. And this is to enable the dust collection to go into the bag. And it really is that simple to set up. Right, as I said, we're going to test it and see how good it really is. Like I say, at the moment, there's a bit of weight to it, so you could feel like it's going to have some use. But we're going to try it out, because it really doesn't mean a lot. It depends how, forget about it. Anyway, let's go and try it. We're going to try it on some wood, and we're also going to actually try it on drywall to see if it's any good for that as well. Hi, so today here we are. We're going to test this sander out, and we're going to see if you can actually use a basic hand sander on drywall. So we're going to switch it on. Very simple. Only has one speed, so there's no adjusting. We're going to be very careful here. Just light and gentle. If you go too hard, you're going to score the wall, and you do not want to do that. And that's it. So let's have a look. So this is what you want to avoid doing. However, it's easy enough to fix. But yes, you can do it, but you've got to be very light and gentle. And let's just do it once more on a different part, just to show you, you don't have to score the wall. And as you can see, it blends in then perfectly. So yes, it can be done, but you've got to be very gentle with it. And you can cut.